What's up, everybody? How we doing today? Today I'm gonna run it a little bit different. I'm gonna kind of quickly go through the TA, like macro scale. Really, nothing has happened in the last like 40 days, so I don't want to, you know, give you guys trades and stuff because I have no idea if this is gonna bounce higher or if the flag's just gonna break down. But just give you guys an overall view of what's happening, kind of keep you informed, and hopefully persuade you to make some smart decisions here soon. So real quick, just going to start off with gold here. Guys, gold has been in an uptrend since Bitcoin started its downtrend. We've been tracking this really since November. Gold had a little bit of a drop and it's now back in an uptrend. Possible double top here. Very, very possible. We need to see this get over the 2,000 mark for this to be invalidated. But for now, possible double top. Could gold maybe fall off? Absolutely. But this could very well just come back down and then pump back up. That's definitely in the cards and something that I would want to be paying attention to, because the more gold rises, the more stocks and crypto are going to keep trending to the downside. But for now, I'm going to leave this line here, and we'll see and track how this goes. How you doing, Camille? How's it going? Happy Monday. Dow Jones, we've been tracking for quite some time. Still in a very harsh downtrend. It's only Monday, and it looks like we had a fake out. Ultimately closing below, maybe retesting and continuing to the downside. I'm on the page that the stock market's still going to get crushed, and we haven't even seen the beginning of it, or we are just now seeing the beginning of it. We have not seen half of it or even a quarter of it. I think we still have quite a bit of ways to go. We know that rate hikes are most likely coming later this week. I believe tomorrow or Wednesday. I need to double check on those dates. But overall, not looking great for the stock market. Let's even pull out some moving averages. Yeah, we have a death cross imminent on the Dow. This is never a bullish implication. If we just look in the past here, other than in 2019, we had one here, which actually ended up being a fake out. COVID crash, which still led to a large dump. Let's even keep going further back. For the most part, death cross, it's either a short dump or an overall recessive move. Here you have the 2008 recession. Macro-wise, I think in 2019 or 2015 and 2019, we weren't in a recessive state. Now we're currently seeing oil jump. We're seeing oil jumping. We're seeing inflation at all-time highs. We're seeing 64% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. I'm going to be completely honest with you, I think this is the most likely scenario to this death cross. I think some of these moves here were just little market resets. We didn't quite have the fundamental factors that we do now in those time periods. I don't know if any of you can recall, but inflation wasn't as high as it is now, and we really weren't in that bad of a place in 2015 and 2019. 2019 obviously followed with the COVID crash, but to be fair and frank, I think we're in for a very long recession, at least 1 to 2 years, possibly longer. Could it turn into a depression, which is a decade long? It's very, very possible. S&P still kind of following what we've said. Haven't put in a lower low on the weekly yet, but still kind of following this death cross here. In 2008, the S&P dropped. Let's pull it out. In 2008, the S&P dropped 60%. I don't think we're going to quite drop 60%, but I still think a possible 25 to 30% move, bring us back to 3,600. I think that'd be a nice little reset. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we could definitely fall to pre-COVID levels. What shocks me is I hear people saying that our economy has boomed and we've done all these great things and this and that and the other thing. Guys, since COVID, since the COVID lockdowns have started, I don't see any other businesses doing well other than essential jobs like hospitals, grocery stores. Like restaurants are getting killed, and now that food prices are going up, they're getting killed even more. I know there was an initial wave when we were allowed back outside and restaurants were full and busy and probably made some money, but I can't imagine that a lot of businesses are really killing it right now other than really essential jobs. Again, grocery stores, hospitals, your essential jobs, your essential workers, they're going to be fine. But at the end of the day, all these restaurants, all these maybe small businesses. I think they're getting hit, and I think they're going to get hit even harder here soon. As the cost of goods go up, the less likely people are willing to buy things, as they need to buy more essential products to stay alive. Like, you go into the grocery store and the pasta and the hot dogs and the fake cheese are all gone. It's all gone because everything else is too expensive. Story time. I went to the grocery store today, and, you know, I'm a trader. I've been trading quite some time. I've built quite the portfolio. You know, I don't want to sit here and say I don't have money, but I'm still going to complain about it. I bought 4 bags of groceries. 4 bags of groceries. It was over $100. I'm not shopping at some fancy grocery store. I just went to Kroger, like just a normal grocery store. I didn't buy steak. I didn't buy anything expensive. I bought deli meat, cheese, bread, like sausage for this pasta I make. That's pretty much it. Tortilla shells, American cheese. Like, that's not the $100 for all that. Are you kidding me? Like, that's outrageous. What about onions? Like, onions are like $5 for like 4 of them. Like, what? Ridiculous. Bro, the latest death cross is in April 2020. We have a violent rally thereafter. I hate the term. It's an excuse to scare people into dumping at a loss. Okay, well, you can keep saying that, but in 2008, we dropped 60%. So in April 2020, that death cross was due to a COVID crash. We had a black swan event in the market, and the market reacted, immediately dropped, which caused us to have a death cross. We are currently seeing fundamental aspects of this market, of the economy, that all point to the downside. I don't know how you can say, stop scaring people, bro. You're scaring people. No, I've been telling people for over a year, save some money, have some backup, because there's some shit coming. Inflation has been going up. All this data that's now coming out, that people have known about this. And those that are informed and well prepared, I sold my stocks 4 months ago. All right, and I don't want to be like the guy that's like, I sold the top. No, I did sell my stocks 4 months ago. I have the selling orders to prove that. I've been telling people, don't do this, don't do that. Stop buying. You're buying the top. In the late summer, we had data that all the billionaires, all the wealthy people, all the business owners, all the politicians sold all their stocks as a conflict of interest. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, that's not a conflict of it. I mean, it is a conflict of interest if you're a politician. But they sold because they knew it was the top. They know recession's coming. They know these things are happening. They saw it. They had the data beforehand. It's total bullshit that they sold, and now we're just getting the data. We're already down 15% in most of the index funds. But are you kidding me, dude? Get out of here, man. Like, don't give me that, oh, scared. Like, no, I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm trying to be realistic with you, man. Like, it's a shitstorm. Like, people are going to be suffering very, very soon. And, you know, I don't know how you can say, oh, they're selling the, dude, no, get out of here. NASDAQ, we've been following this double top here. We have the left and the right, close below, death cross forming, still making lower lows on the NASDAQ. Not this week. It's actually started out green. Honestly, I think it's just a small bounce in the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's down the hardest. Currently down 22%. Could very well go much lower. Let's take a look at 2008 real quick. 2008, NASDAQ dropped 70%. Jeez. I'm guys, I don't want this 70% to scare you. I don't think we'll drop 70%, but it wouldn't surprise me. Not in the slightest. I mean, this market has been up since 2010. For the most part, could this be just a cool-off phase? Yes, but I still think it's recessive. I still think it's going to take at least a year or so to really fix that. Will we have jumps along the way? Absolutely. But, you know, in regards to, oh, no, if you sell, you're selling the bottom. You're not selling the bottom right now. Every single market, and especially volatile markets, are in for quite a drop. And I'm going to stick by that and stand by that. I'm not trying here to fool you. I'm trying to be honest with you. But all right, let's get into crypto. That's why we're here. Crypto, total chart. Total one. Looks like we had 2 fake outs in a row. The last couple weeks, we had 2 fake outs over my diagonal line. Now, as we know, diagonal lines are not quite as accurate as horizontal and or horizontal support and resistance. We really need to get over the 1.95 trillion mark for this to really be considered a breakout. But, you know, something I have been eyeing is a possible double bottom here. But if I'm going to be completely honest, I just don't believe it. I don't believe that's going to happen. We're looking at a death cross here. We could very well just retest this 50 moving average and then continue lower, continue more to the downside. This is all up to Bitcoin. I don't think any of the alts have any control right now. I think the alts are getting absolutely wrecked. And this is why I say don't trade alts in a bear market. Don't buy alts in a bear market. Sometimes Bitcoin will pump in the bear market and the alts won't even move. They'll actually go down in some regards. So keep an eye out. Trade Bitcoin, trade Ethereum. Try and stay away from alts. Will there be alts that bounce here and there and make crazy gains one day? Yeah, they will. But if we're not in a bull market, don't bother trading alts. Total 2. Same kind of thing as Total 1. We had a couple little fake outs here. Could we get up and maybe retest my golden line here, 50 moving average? Absolutely. But I'm anticipating that we go down to 600 billion. We've been tracking this really since about December 20th, and so far holding true to our diagonal lines, holding true to our horizontal support and resistances. Overall, following exactly what we think is going to happen. Total 3, this is just all coins excluding Ethereum. Again, a couple fake outs. Could we see a small little pump to the 50? Sure, but ultimately I think we're going lower into the 400 billion mark. Again, and I just want to reiterate this, do not trade alts during the bear market. Stay away from altcoins in the bear market. When Bitcoin has bottomed, that's the time to maybe start considering buying some alts for long-term gains. I'm not saying go in and throw your whole account in ADA or go and throw your whole account in Matic, but I'm saying slowly accumulate because those alts will continue to drop a little bit, but they're towards the end. Unless your altcoin has dropped 99%, don't buy it. Just don't even waste your time. What time frames? This is a weekly time frame. But Pelosi bot calls on big tech, yeah. I hate that. I hate Nancy Pelosi. I hate her so much, man. She sucks. She's so bad. Like, the amount of insider trading with that bitch is just so obvious. It's just right there, and no one does anything about it. It's ridiculous. But let's look at the DXY. Wow, that is quite the breakout. I was not expecting that. Okay, so DXY, I've been following this double bottom for quite a long time. Ever since I really started streaming, which was, I believe, in October. So we've been following this double bottom. So far holding our uptrend. We had a golden cross here. DXY looking insanely bullish right now. Again, not good for stocks, not good for crypto. Realistically, if we get above the, I would even say 100, I think this is 100 like percent. I don't know what the 100 is, but if we get the 100 area, this is definitely going much higher, much higher. Would not surprise me if they got it all up to maybe 120 before significant pullback, before we see significant gains in the crypto and stock market. But ultimately, a breakout over the 100 area is going to be huge for the DXY. Again, fundamentally, the United States wants to promote the value of the dollar, which will bring stocks and crypto down. We see these rate hikes coming in. We see them not printing anymore. Overall, DXY is very TA and FA bullish. You can't lose if you don't buy. That's the number one hidden rule. Absolutely. And if you guys don't know what to do, don't buy. Just sit on your hands. That's what I'm doing right now. Sitting on my hands. I have a long-term plan, which I will begin dollar cost averaging well below 30K, as I believe we have not bottomed with crypto yet. But for the most part, if you don't know what to do, just don't take the trade. Sometimes the best trade is not taking a trade. Sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. Yeah, maybe you might have missed out on a gain, but you also missed out on a loss. And if you're a trader, losses are what you need to pay attention to. You can lose 80% of your trades and still come out winning if you have a good strategy. Although I would say that most people lose 80% of the time don't exactly make a lot compared to someone that wins 50% of the time. But the best traders only win about 50% of the time. So just keep that in mind. It's all about risk management. There's no other way I can describe. It's just all about risk management. What do I see on SPY? I see that we have a lot more downside coming. Whether we bounce intra-week, whether we have a couple weeks of green, we still have a long way to go. Long way to go. Let's look at dominance real quick, and then we'll get into Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance. Been following this for quite some time. I'm going to pull up the daily here, spread the chart out a little bit. We have been following this for a really long time. We have a double bottom, which I originally called out sometime in January. I've been following this. Double bottom on Bitcoin dominance is very, very bearish for altcoins. So far, in an uptrend, continuing to go higher. If we break this white line, it is death for altcoins. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind, altcoins are going to get absolutely shafted. If we maybe reject and come back down to the purple, you might see some altcoins pop off. You might see a little alt season here. I'll even write that. Alt season. But to be all fair and honest, do we really believe that people are dumping money into alts right now? Do we really believe that people are buying stocks, crypto, volatile assets when we're literally about to go through an economic recession? And I want you to ask yourself that. When you go on Twitter and you see some dumbass posting alt season and tomorrow, or alt season next month, or alt season in 2 months from now, I want you to think to yourself, regardless of the shitty chart they posted, think and say, what is going on around me? What could possibly trigger an alt season? Because I'll tell you right now, what starts alt season is retail hype, retail getting into alts, retail buying alts. Yes, whales initiate the pumps, but retail initiates the parabolic rise. Do you really think, and I want to be completely honest here, do you honestly think that retail has the money to buy anything right now? Because if you do, you're out of your mind. Like, just being completely honest here. Like, retail and your normal person is living, actually, it's more than likely that your normal person is living paycheck to paycheck. How the hell are they going to be able to buy stocks and crypto if they're living paycheck to paycheck and can barely afford to live? You know, just saying, think about it. Win alt season. Alt season never. Never. You missed out. Alt season was like 9 months ago, man. Like, everyone's like, alt season, we're going to have alt season, alt season. Do you not remember when Mana and all these shitty metaverse coins did like 10,000% gains in like a week? That was alt season. Sorry you missed out. It was a fun time for me. Recession for the USA. I am in French. Okay, well, I don't want to bash other countries. If your economy's great, it's great, but if the United States goes through recession, we are the world's highest GDP. We are buying everything from every other country. If we can't buy things from other countries, those countries are going to suffer too. Like, it's just a chain domino effect down the line. China's suffering. Russia, I don't even know what's going on with Russia, but they're broke. The ruble is worth less than a Dogecoin. Like, since the last time I popped into your stream, Bitcoin has taken dumps. Yeah. People call me like a perma-bear. I've made 99% of my net worth longing. Do I make money shorting? Yes. Unfortunately, I started shorting like literally in like October. No, not October. I started shorting in like December or January. We've pretty much just been going sideways since then. So not a lot of money to be made. Not a lot of swing trades to be made. I don't day trade, so. I told them it was a year of alt season. It was, Chris. It was a year of alt season. ADA, look at ADA. Before we even talk about how awful this chart looks, look at ADA. ADA went from, and this is November 2020. So in November 2020, ADA was 10 cents. It went all the way to $3 at the top. So it went, at fucking 30x. Okay, regardless. In February 21, I would even argue, let me think. Because May 21 was the big Bitcoin crash. So we had the May crash, and then we had Ethereum. No, sorry. Before the 60% crash, we had Bitcoin put in the head of the Head and Shoulders on the weekly chart. It popped up. Ethereum went from 2,000 to 4,000, and then the whole market crashed about 60 to 80%, depending on alts. And from there, let me get time frame wise real quick, just because my brain is almost asleep. So, okay, May 21. So let's look at some of these coins that didn't put in all-time highs. Solana in May 2021. So realistically, Solana does this. Solana goes from top to bottom, 70% drop. When it bottoms out, it goes from $21 to $260 in, what is that, July to November? That's 5 months. You had 5 months of alt season. I remember this. I remember Solana having this huge parabolic rise, and then after that you had Mana. Mana did the same thing in November, and I would even argue May, June, anywhere after that crash. June, it bottoms out, and it goes up 12x. Like, that was your alt season. That was your chance. Bitcoin didn't do anything. I mean, Bitcoin went up like 80%, but overall, you guys had your alt season. Alt season already came. Look at HBAR. HBAR, what is this, May. So May, June, July, when we bottomed, went up only 250%. But still, these altcoins put in gains that were more significant to Bitcoin. You had July bottom on DOT, go up 500%. I mean, that's still quite a significant gain. So I'm not going to keep going over alts. You guys know how I feel about altcoins. I think they're useless unless it's alt season. So just keep an eye out. But Bitcoin, let's get into the Bitcoin shiz. Bitcoin, death cross, man. Never good. Never, never, never good. Here is my Bitcoin death cross chart. I want you guys to look at this. Take a look. Every time Bitcoin has a death cross, we have a 63% drop. My 63% drop from this death cross is about 17K. About 17K. So 17K is my bottom. Could it go lower? Absolutely. Could it maybe bottom 20 to 24K? Absolutely. Where should I start dollar cost averaging? Below 30K. Start DCAing below 30K. Your capitalization point would be about 29, 30K. So capitalization point for 2018 it was 6K. Look at all the bottoms. For 2014, I want to argue anywhere between 360 to maybe 325, anywhere in this area where we're bouncing, lots of bounces in here, and then we lose it, capitalization, and then once we use 30K, that's capitalization. You want to start DCAing right when you start seeing that massive amount of red. Overall, I think we've got probably 2 months, 2 months-ish, give or take, maybe next week, hopefully. I would love to start dollar cost averaging. Trust me, I want to start buying. I'm tired of watching this. But overall, another thing to notice, look at the volume from top to bottom, to bear market bottom. Volume just goes down the entire time until we bottom. Goes down the entire time until we capitulate and bottom. So why? Why does volume go down? Retail's leaving. Retail leaves, whales take profits, everyone's waiting for the bottom. Once that final wave of support or people that are holding onto their bags finally say, okay, I've had enough, and it drops, that is called capitulation. I can't say that word correctly ever. Make fun of me, make it a meme, I don't give a shit. But capitulation will occur at 30K, just like at 6, and just like at this $350 level. What do I think of Luna? I think it's been using as a pump and dump right now, just like any other altcoin. Guys, I'm not trying to be rude, but every single time an altcoin puts in a new higher high, everyone goes, what do you guys think about Luna? Is it a good investment? Is it blah, 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 blah. Like you're buying a top? Like, don't buy it. Like, you missed out. I'm sorry, but you missed out. I'm just being honest. If you're like, oh, should I buy this? And the chart looks literally like, well, Luna. The chart looks like this, and you're like, oh, should I buy this? Guys, this is a fucking double top. There's literally a double top on Luna right now. Like, this is a double top. Double top. Don't be the guy that longs the double top. I'm telling you right now, double top. This is a double. I'm just going to reiterate myself. Double top. Luna, right now, does not look like a great investment. It looks like you're buying the top and someone's selling. Or someone is selling to you. Yo, what up, Bart? Not capitalization. Capitulation. Oh, capitulation. All right, whatever, dude. Capitulation. All right, whatever. Capitulation. I mean, as a short diamond pattern, it's easy. So what? So that coin survives? Like, what are you talking about? Like, buy Ethereum. Ethereum does like an 80x from its bear market bottom. That's all you need, man. All right, let's keep moving on. Bitcoin daily. Kind of been talking about this for quite some time. we've got a very rough drawing here. We got a bear flag. I have no idea if these lines are accurate. To be completely honest, I don't really mess with diagonal lines very much. They kind of give me a clue, but not entry and exit points. But overall, bear flag. We've been in a downtrend. Now we are consolidating. When we're done consolidating, we will most likely head lower. It's usually down, sideways, and down. Like any downtrend looks like this. It's never just straight down. And again, just following up with fundamental macroeconomic factors, guys. Who the hell is buying right now? Like there's data out there that shrimps are buying from whales. Shrimps being retail, and those wallet addresses are at all-time highs. So literally following every single market top and bottom, whales have been selling to retail really since April, May. They got another chance to sell here at another top. Overall, we're looking at a double top on Bitcoin, and I'm going to be completely honest, now is not the time to start DCAing. XRP and Litecoin, yeah, they usually go down about 90 to 99%. Are there really strategies with a success rate of 90%? And what about supply and demand? No, there is no strategy that's correct 90% of the time. Anyone that tells you that they're right 90% of the time is an absolute idiot. Macro-wise, I can definitely tell you if we will move up or down. Very, very hard to tell like absolute bottoms and tops. Excuse me. But no one is right 90% of the time. And if they say they are, they're lying. There's just no strategies like that. You got all the Air Fork 1 Inu. Yeah. Look at ADA. So I'll pull up ADA again just as another example here. ADA's weekly looks disgusting. Like there's no support between now and 36 cents. If Bitcoin dumps out of this bear flag, ADA's going to drop 50%. Easily drop 50%. ADA was such a good short at about $1. If you guys took advantage of that, but this thing is going to absolutely dump. Like I said, 37 cents all day long. That's the next support level. We're currently kind of near resistance. I would not long this. Down only Luna Ponzi. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to take a look at this again because it looks like a textbook double top. Just really quick, for those of you that don't know what a double top is, usually you go up, come down, go back up, and then you continue a downtrend. This is a distribution pattern, a bear market reversal pattern. It looks like we're literally right at resistance here. I would say and argue, what is this, like a 20% stop loss? Yeah, that's the only problem is you're looking at a 16% stop loss, but overall, let's even look at like hourly charts. Yeah, I think you're short. You could literally short now with 3% stop loss and you'd be fine. I think this was a double top here, and we're just retesting resistance. It acted as resistance here. Maybe put a stop above 95, but overall, great short opportunity. This is textbook double top. There's your trade opportunity of the day. Look, we even did it here. We went up, broke down, retest. Went up, broke down, now we're retesting. Retest is about, let's even get really specific here. The retest area is literally right where we are right now, $93. So you could definitely short Luna right now. Not financial advice, but definitely something worth looking into. Do your own research. Make sure you use risk management. Don't be a degen. My swing trade. I don't day trade. All right, guys. I just needed to give a quick update today. Not a long stream. Not a lot to cover. Just kind of wanted to keep you guys informed that a lot of pain could be coming in all these different markets. Bitcoin currently in a bear flag. No true signs of reversal. And I know some people are like, "Oh, it's similar to July." The problem is in July, we had lots of bullish divergences in here, lots of bullish price action as we continued lower. We are literally going sideways. There are no divergences here, no divergences here, and we have bearish price action on the way down and on the way up. Here. So I'm going to be completely honest. This is nothing like July, and anyone that says it is like July, I just can't. They're full of it. I just don't buy that. But with all that said, guys, I'm going to end it here today. Quick stream. Sorry about it. If you have questions, hit me up in Discord. But as always, guys, use risk management. Be patient.